68%. That's how much whey protein can stimulate protein synthesis by. But before I get more into that, let me back up a bit. The average person loses 3 to 8% of their muscle mass every decade after the age of 30. And this number increases even more significantly after the age of 60. This is referred to as sarcopenia, the fancy name for age-related muscle loss. Remember, this is involuntary muscle loss. That means that even if you keep exercising and eating healthy like you've always been, you'll still likely lose a significant amount of your muscle mass as you age. And while you may want to retain muscle for aesthetic reasons, there are health benefits to having enough muscle too. If you have insignificant muscle mass, you'll be weaker, less mobile, more at risks of falls and fractures, and may even reduce your lifespan. So how do you stave off sarcopenia? Well, I'm going to show you some powerful ways so that you can live a stronger, healthier life, even as you age. Before I do, I want you to take a minute to think of someone who you think might be helped by this video, then share it with them. Okay, let's get back to protein. You probably already know that protein is important for building muscle, but do you know which kind of protein is best? After all, when you walk into a grocery store, you might be overwhelmed by your options. Protein powders range from whey protein to pea protein to hemp, and that's just scratching the surface. Well, according to the Cleveland Clinic, in terms of protein powders, the best may be whey protein. That's because it has one of the highest biological values out of any protein powder, which means that your body is better able to absorb and use it. One study, published in the Journal of Sports Science Medicine, found similar results when it comes to whey protein, noting that whey protein can stimulate protein synthesis by 68%. However, they also noted that while whey protein is best for initial protein synthesis, casein, another protein derived from milk, may be better for protein synthesis over longer durations. The point here is that milk-derived proteins, whether whey or casein, are great for building muscle mass, and you'll likely see benefits regardless of which you choose. Number 2, Lucine. Lucine is an essential amino acid that is key in building and repairing muscles. In fact, some say it's the most important amino acid when it comes to muscle mass out of all the amino acids. A study published in the 2012 edition of the journal Clinical Nutrition, for instance, is one of several studies that have helped to establish this. The authors of the study took a group of older individuals and gave them Lucine supplements with their meals for 2 weeks. What they found was that after the 2 weeks, muscle protein synthesis was improved, suggesting that Lucine can help older adults preserve and build muscle. Another study, published in 2016 in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, looked at the effect of Lucine on the muscle masses of older men. After running a randomized control trial involving 20 men between the ages of 65 and 85, they also concluded that Lucine supplements can improve protein synthesis, leading to more muscle mass. If you're excited by these results and looking to increase your Lucine levels, you can either try a supplement or go the natural route. If you're looking for the latter, foods like salmon, chickpeas and brown rice are good sources of Lucine. However, remember to talk with your doctor before trying this or any supplement. Number 3, HMB. HMB is a metabolite of Lucine, meaning that it's a chemical that has been made when your body breaks down Lucine. Because of this, you might assume that it's more effective than Lucine at helping prevent sarcopenia. However, that's actually not definitively been shown to be the case, and it appears that both may have benefits. So what has the research shown on HMB? Well, studies thus far have typically been small, but those that are available are promising. One study looked at the effects of HMB supplementation in bedridden elderly nursing home residents. The researchers divided the study participants into a placebo group of 40 people and a group of 39 receiving HMB supplementation. After several weeks of HMB supplementation, blood urea nitrogen and urinary urea nitrogen excretion were significantly different between the two groups, suggesting that HMB supplementation had helped reduce muscle breakdown. Another study, a double-blind placebo study published in Clinical Nutrition, found that there was a small improvement in muscle mass in groups of older men who consumed HMB supplements. Based on this, the researchers concluded that HMB supplementation may be a way to stave off muscle loss as a result of aging. Number 4, exercise. You probably know that if you're inactive, you're going to have a hard time fighting off muscle loss. But just like which type of protein you ingest matters, which type of exercise you choose matters too. In fact, there's one type of exercise that reigns supreme above others. Research has shown that progressive resistance training, in which you gradually amp up the volume of your workouts as your strength improves, is the best for those looking to fight off sarcopenia. Let's look at this one review article as an example. Published in the Annual Review of Gerontology and Geriatrics, the researchers looked at the effects of resistance exercise on sarcopenia by analysing a set of published papers on the topic. What they found in their analysis is that progressive resistance training can have a significant effect on preventing muscle loss. And the higher the intensity, the greater the benefit. For instance, the authors referred to one study which showed that with incremental increases in exercise intensity, the average percent change in strength was 5.3%. Said another way, engaging in higher intensity progressive resistance training means more muscle mass and a reduced risk of sarcopenia. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing as we continue to make content to help you live longer, healthier, happier lives.